Hi everyone, good morning. This is Garrett J. You all know me as the guy that was interviewed by Coffeezilla in regards to that high income, high ticket course. That video has now gained 150,000 views, and that is incredible. I am so happy that so many people are taking a look at my story, and whether you disagree or agree, I'm just thankful that you took the time to hear me out, to comment on it, to share it, to like it. At the end of the day, I just want people to hear another side of the course because I did not have that when I joined. And I also just want to briefly thank some of the people who've gone to my coffee page and have donated a few bucks to buy me a coffee. I think it's a great way to just tip me, just a little thank you. So at this time, I want to thank my first three coffee supporters, Andy, Eugene, and an anonymous person. So we're just going to write somebody. So thank you guys so much. It warms my heart, that you guys would chip in financially, and as promised, some of that money does go to some coffee, but the rest does go towards my get the debt fund. I also want to take this time to thank everybody who has donated to the nonprofit that my brother worked for before his passing. Again, guys, it's your money, and the fact that you would do that for me is much appreciated. So thank you guys so much for not only watching, but also doing all that to support me. Also, some of you have subscribed to my channel, so I felt like, well, I have to give them something, and I didn't know what exactly until I started getting a lot of repeated questions in the comments section, and it's just taken too much time out of my day to go through each question and answer them. So I'm gonna kind of start a F.A.Q series on this channel. These videos are not high quality. I'm filming this on my iPad. I don't have time in my schedule to be a full-time YouTuber, so I don't expect this to be popular. I don't expect this channel to be big. I just want this as a place where I can kind of address some of these questions, such as what happened with the cave-on incident, why would I be dumb and spend this kind of money, things like that. And that's really one of the first questions I want to touch on upon, is this one. Whoop. Number one, how could I be so stupid and trust a get-rich-quick scheme? Sorry, the words are backwards on my screen, so I was looking up at that. And yeah, I wrote this really quickly. So, why would I be dumb to trust this program? And since everybody says I'm a great storyteller, let's tell a story. Back in 2016, my dog, he was a little Shih Tzu. In fact, his picture is right up here. I had an artist do this picture before his passing. He was a little Shih Tzu. His name was Blue. He passed away on August 29th, 2016. And 2 days later, I went to the gym, and I was so frustrated. It was the first time I've ever lost something or someone that I loved. And Blue was like my child. I walked him every day. I took care of him when he was sick. He was like he was like my baby. And a couple days later, I'm in the gym, and I remember I was wearing sunglasses to hide the tears because I couldn't stop thinking about him. Like, my whole routine was ruined with his absence. So I remember getting on a leg curler machine, and I was not properly doing the exercises right, and I ended up pulling my hamstring. And then I went to work at Starbucks for the next week, and it was the busiest freaking week of my life. So, yeah, my hamstring eventually got torn, and then I was stuck on the couch for 2 to 3 months for it to recover. And this was just a few months before my wedding, so I'm wondering if I'm even going to be able to stand in my own wedding. I was depressed, I was sad, and then I went on YouTube and I found the likes of Tony Robbins, Stephen James. I think Improvement Pill came like a little later, but basically all these self-help channels. They kind of put me in the right mindset that I didn't have to accept these circumstances, that I could still do a lot, and eventually it motivated me to go through rehabbing my leg and get me back on track. So I continue watching Stephen James and even Improvement Pill for years after. So 2 years to be exact, because 2 years later, I'm watching Stephen James, and by the way, I've never bought anything from Stephen James. And he brings on Dan Lok, and Stephen James, who I see as this like really honest, loving millionaire who's very successful. He keeps talking about Dan Lok as like this mentor, and then he even says like if he had to do it all over again, he would do it learning from this guy. I didn't know that I was being, molded, or what's the word? I know there's a word. Basically, prune, whatever. I was being made ready to jump into this guy's class. Like, it was all a psychological game. But I trusted him because he helped me get through an injury and get me back to work. And yeah, so when we jumped into that master class, I did not expect to buy anything. I just wanted to hear what this Dan Lok guy had to say. And what he said was pretty good stuff. He said, hey, you do not have to accept your circumstances. People say that they can't get rich, but they can. What they're lacking are high income skills and whatnot. And this was something that Improvement Pill and Stephen James repeated often. For months, I heard them talk about high income skills. And they always said, you have to be ready to spend a couple of grand. And then they said, but you already spend a couple of grand for a semester of college, right? It's not a lot of money. So that's how I was brainwashed, molded, trained into believing that, hey, giving away $3,000 for a course for a high income skill is totally worth it, especially when it brings you more money in the end. But a lot of people are like, couldn't you just see from his videos that he's a scam artist? Okay, one, he did not have as many videos as he does now. And then two, at that time, I typed in Dan Lok HTC scam into Google, YouTube, everywhere. There was nobody talking about this program or him or stating that he was a scam. Now, granted, he probably could have paid off lawyers to have it all expunged from the internet, but, oh shit, I got a low battery. There we go. But regardless, I did my research, and all I found was positive things and that he was the real fucking deal. So when I got presented with that opportunity to be one of a few mentees to learn directly from this guy who went from rags to riches and was able to help his family out. And at the end of the day, this will have to be saved for another video, but at the end of the day, that's why I did it. I did not want to get rich. He said that this skill could bring you 6 figures, meaning 100,000, and that is good enough for me. As a teacher, that is twice my salary, and I can work from home. and I never have to worry about bills again. My wife and I can have kids, and I can put them through good schools and give them all the great love and care that my parents gave me. It was a no-brainer. You just put 3 grand in, and you're on your way to that kind of life. And it didn't work out that way. It turns out 3 grand is not enough. You have to pay 5 grand. Then you have to join HTM, and you have to pay 25 grand a month. And there are people reaching out to me from HTC and HTM telling me that they relate to my story, and that they feel like everything I said was validated, and they regret their payments, and they are in serious debt. So overall, I don't want to get off track, but overall, that's why I joined HTC, and that's why I'm going to be doing this video series, I guess, to address some of this. So you guys realize that this could happen to any one of us. The point is that knowledge is power. If you do not have any information out there stating a different opinion on these courses or these people, everybody's just going to assume that they are freaking Jesus Christ and that they cannot be wrong. So that's kind of like why I'm here. With that said, thank you guys for coming over here from Coffeezilla. I don't expect to be famous from this. I don't want to be famous from this. I'm trying to run a business on the weekends, which I'm going to get working on right after this video. I want my private life to stay private. I don't want to be famous. With that said, again, thank you for watching. If you guys want to keep following these FAQ sessions, please subscribe. And also, again, thank you to those who are going to my coffee page and tipping me some money to buy coffee with and to help me get out of debt faster. I think so far we're close to 300, which is, like, you guys have no idea. That's a good chunk of money for me. It really is, and that will help me out a lot. So thank you for that, but also keep excuse me, keep the other people in mind. There are people who are in way more debt than me, so keep them in your thoughts, and I hope they come out and speak out. I love to help them out in any way as possible. But anyway, guys, have a great Sunday and stay awesome. Bye.